portion, we have Avraham Avinu, who finds that his nephew Light has been taken hostage, and he literally goes out, attacks the four kings, and he destroys them, and he returns his nephew. Today we're facing, in the Western world, there's a guy, older Jewish man, wise person. He told me he thinks it's going to take a war for people to get out of their insanity. The left is trying to create peace with those who want to kill them. The fact of the matter is the world has always basically had the same characters. You have rational people, you have irrational people, and then you have malicious people. It doesn't change. The Muslims, those that are what's called Salafists, there are 1.4 billion Muslims, 700 million are Salafists. They divide themselves into 200 million Shiites and 1.2 billion Sunnis. Without going into all the sub-details, the bottom line is that the Muslims that are traditional, they follow what basically their leader, their greatest role model, Muhammad, did. And there's a Muslim, former Muslim, who said he's offered $50,000 reward to anybody that can actually prove that Muhammad was not a rapist, a child molester, kidnapped women after killing their husbands, made them quote unquote his wives. And nobody's been able to claim this reward because the worst terrorist, I think what we've seen in Hamas might be equal to what Muhammad did, but certainly even ISIS wasn't as bad as their leader. And so we're dealing with a situation now of malice. And the good people, the people that are nice and sweet, unless they actually destroy the evil, it's like cancer. Unless you destroy it, it destroys you. And so whoever it is, what has to happen immediately is a regime of Iran has to be eliminated. Iran has caused the instability of Yemen. Never mind what they've done to Saudi Arabia. They've caused the instability of Iraq, instability of Syria, instability of Lebanon, and now the instability in Israel. And so when you have this evil in the world, it has to be eliminated. And this is not something that you could just eliminate one. It's like a dragon. You can't only eliminate its head. You have to eliminate the whole story. People think about civilians. There are no civilians in Gaza because when you look at the Pew polls, 90% of the people in Gaza and the West Bank, again under another terrorist regime, they've been fed is the hatred, and we see their behavior. These are not militants, not like there's militants and civilians. There is an ideology which they all believe in, and that's why when thousands of people get murdered, they celebrate because that is their ideology. And the West has a bad habit, which is I only hit people after they hit me. But why should we wait and get more and more blood spilled? The job of a government is to spill the blood of your enemy until there is no more enemy, so no innocent blood is spilled. Sounds harsh, but it's actually the truth. It's what Abraham, our ancestor, did, and it's what goodness demands, and with God's help, it will happen immediately.